Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jay Fister and I welcome you to the first episode of the Newcastle United career mode. It will be a fresh start after the horrible results in the last season, where Newcastle did finish in 15th place fighting against relegation in the Barclays Premier League. John Carver got sacked, and this time we're not going to bring in Steve McClaren, because he obviously can't do the job if we look at the real life results. Now we will try to rebuild the Newcastle side to get some trophies to St. James Park. Now let's start off. I chose the European International Cup to be our first friendly tournament because it offers the most amount of money we could add to our transfer budget. Speaking of transfer budget, I want to inform you that I disabled the first transfer window. This way we keep all the squads in the league how they are in real life, and that will make the career mode more realistic. As you could see, the board wants us to finish in the mid-table position, which is fine for me. The team should be good enough to actually get to that point. For now, I will send my scouts out to search for players whose contracts are running out, so we can make some super cheap signings for the next season in January. Now we are going to have a look at the team. Seeing that we have a lot of central attacking midfielders, we should use a formation that suits this, like the 4-2-3-1 formation. I think I prefer Mitrovic up front over Cisse, since he has more room to grow. In the cam position, we're going to use the second big transfer of the summer, Jorginho Wijnaldum. He should provide great service for a lone striker. On the left side, we're going to use Jouvran for now, as long as Aarons is not a high rated player, but with the new training feature in this year's FIFA, he should replace Jouvran pretty soon. On the right wing, it will be another new signing, Florian Thauvin. He will be able to cut inside and take shots with his left foot. In the central midfield, I think Tiote will take the role of the ball-winning midfielder who stays back while Moussa Sissoko is pushing forward as a pivot between the offense and the defense. For the back four, I chose Haidara, who will need to get a lot of training done to reach the level of a good fullback in the BPL. In the central, we have Coloccini with his beautiful curly hair, but if he doesn't perform, we might be looking to replace him in January, since he is already pretty old and will probably decrease soon. Partnering up with him will be the last new signing, Chancellor Mbemba, a great young centre-back talent who will be our main defender in the near future. On the right, we have Janmaat, the solid and proven right-back from the Netherlands. And last but not least, Tim Krul, the penalty god, in goal. Looking at the tactics, I want to play with a high defensive pressure attitude, winning the ball in the third of the opponent, then striking with lightning fast attacks consisting of short passes into the box, taking shots every time we can. But we will also use crosses every now and then to utilize our two big strikers with the names of Cisse and Mitrovic that could be playing up front. And one final note, if you haven't seen it already, I put every player on aggressive interceptions to make sure that they try to go for the steal every time there's a chance, instead of just containing the player, because this year the CPU takes a lot of possession and this gets frustrating quite fast and leads to bad decision making on my side. And now I'm going to create a secondary squad. We will have Cisse as our striker, De Jong in the midfield together with Aarons and Obertan on the wings, Kolbeck and Anita as our central midfielders. On the left side we have a player from the own youth, it will be Damit, and as the centre backs I thought about bringing in Williamson, but at the end I think Jamal Lassalle, or however you want to pronounce his name, I don't actually know, will be playing for us. And on the right side we actually like a really good right back, so that will be something we need to bring in the January transfer window. Since this is a new channel, I probably will not get too many comments down below, but if you have any suggestions on players to bring in, to sell, whatever it is, maybe choosing another formation, everything is open. If you comment, I will take this in consideration, and hopefully we can build a team that is able to win against the legendary AI, because this seems to be pretty hard this year, but I'm pretty sure we can do it. But there's another point I want to make. If I think of possible transfer targets, I would like to keep it as realistic as possible. So we will not be signing the Aubameyangs, the Ibarbos straight away. Might be Ibarbo would be more possible than Aubameyang. but maybe just try to find some transfer targets that actually fit into the squad. We have a lot of players that are from France, from England of course. We need a good English base in our team. And maybe the Netherlands. Those could be nations where we're looking at possible transfer targets. In the background you can see which players I think should be sold. But as I said before, just leave a comment. Should I put the young players that are in the squad on loan? Should I sell them? Because they don't have a lot of potential. Just the players like Adam Armstrong. Adam? Is it his name? I'm not sure. Adam Armstrong. Armstrong at least. And should I sell Riviere, or should I maybe switch up the formation with two strikers so we actually could use two sides? One with Cisse and Mitrovic, the other side with Riviere and Perez. Just leave a comment. And I'm also gonna buy some scouts to bring in some youth. Actually, it would be a lot more realistic to maybe just bring in some new youth players and put them up. That could be fun in this career mode. If you would like to see that instead of buying really good players, especially if their contract's running out, that could be also an option. So we're gonna take a quick look at the teams we're gonna play in the next few games. It will be a lot of German teams in the cup, of course. I'm also setting up the training here. First of all, I want to train the players that I got in my starting 11, which means I'm gonna take Alexander Mitrovic as the first option, and since his values for actually attacking movement are pretty good, I will train his dribbling just to increase him where he's a little bit worse at, and it should also grow faster if I do it like that. And we have Thauvin. He will get some training because I think the starting 11 in the Barclays Premier team should be having a rating around 80. So just to make sure we can actually challenge the teams we're fighting against. We have of course Mbemba in the starting 11 and Haidara. He's the lowest rated player in our starting 11, so I will give him 2 trainings every week for now, just to make sure he's grown pretty fast to actually get to that cap. Maybe not 80, but I think 75 is at least decent for a starting 11 player should be the better word. And as you can see, we have pretty good trainings on Thauvin and Mitrovic. So thus far that is looking pretty sexy. Now we're gonna advance to our first game. It's against Eibar. So this is actually the lowest rated side, so it should be no problem. Also found some good players we could bring in. One of them is Feduli. The other one that is actually a better signing, probably for the team to keep it realistic, would be Rukavinia. To just have the other option at the right back position in the next year. Now we go straight into the first game of the European International Cup against SD Eibar. The Spanish side did finish in 16th place last season in La Liga, so actually they're quite the same as we are in the league, but obviously we should be the better team. And it's a good start by Eibar. They bring it into the middle, good clearance, now a bad clearance, a chance! But they can't finish it. Tim Krul has no problem picking that ball up. On the other side, it is Tiote. He sees Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum has some space, cuts inside, takes a shot, but it just goes wide. By the post, Jorginho Wijnaldum, the new signing for Newcastle United, showing a good performance in the first friendly of this season. But it has been Eibar for the first half. They go through the wings, easily play the ball inside again. It's on the long post. Eddie with the chance, but the header flies over the goal. Nothing to worry about so far for the defense, but they're still pretty open. It's always the same move that Eibar have in the first half. This time it's Kappa crossing the ball into the long post. Eddie completely alone, but the bad touch destroys this chance for the Eibar side. And it was the last chance for the first half. I will show you the statistics right here, since there hasn't been much happening in the first half. All the chances there have been there, I did show you. So hopefully in the second half we will have a better game. So we go straight into it. This time it is Sissoko on the ball. He sees Tiote. Tiote sees the run of Mitrovic in the middle. Alexander Mitrovic alone in front of goal. But the keeper with the nice reflexes. Alexander Mitrovic. He's a lone striker. He really needs to put those in because we're not going to have too many chances playing Legendary, and this is why I took a long shot here with Sissoko. He couldn't finish it, but it was a good try. But this half, we are playing a lot better. This time it's a long ball to Florian Thauvin. Takes it down beautifully, cuts inside. Florian Thauvin for the first shot, for the second shot. But he just can't get past the keeper, who has a beautiful game, by the way. He really did a good job not letting me score in the second half. The Eibar keeper, maybe someone we could watch for, because we might be needing a replacement too. Now it is Aarons cutting inside. Rolando Aarons takes the shot. It goes to the post, and there's Cisse. Demba Papi Cisse. The striker finally strikes this time. We have been playing onto the goal of Eibar the whole part of the second half. And finally, after the first good shot from Rolando Aarons that didn't hit the target, it is Demba Papi Cisse with the rebound, securing us 3 points in the European International Cup in the first friendly we made with our Newcastle United side. And looking at the statistics of the game, you can see how much domination we had in the second half. We had 60% possession, 9 shots, 3 on target. That was a good start to this career mode, and hopefully we can continue this run in the next episode. See you guys next time.